Hey, what's going on, guys? So out here with the new kayak. For those of you guys that may or may not know, I got a new kayak about a week or two ago, and it's the Jackson Big Rig. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for me to do a rigging video and how I set up my kayak and this, that, and the other. So the video is going to be a little bit long, but there's a lot of stuff to go over. I'm going to show you guys kind of the stuff that I bring out with me when I go fishing, and basically how I rigged up the kayak and the features of the kayak. So like I said, it's the Jackson Big Rig. It's about 13 feet 2 inches, weighs about 92 pounds without the seat, 98 with the seat, and it's about 37 inches wide. It's a very, very stable kayak. Has a weight capacity of about 450 pounds. So meant for big guys or guys that really want that ultra stable kayak for fishing applications. So like I said, it's going to be a little bit of a long video, but hope you guys enjoy it. So check it out. All right, guys, so here's the first feature of the kayak. It's the Elite Presidential Seating. As you guys can see, I've got the Stolquist PFD on there. It's actually a great PFD. It's got a lot of storage area. These flaps here they'll come out, kind of just flap down like this. If I can get it, they kind of just flap down and stay out of the, where you can kind of have like a working area here. I like to put my phone and stuff like that in there. So great little PFD there. And then you got the Elite Presidential Seating there. Like I said, goes into a high-low position. I most of the time keep it in the low position because when I want a higher vantage point, I pretty much just stand up. But it does go about 4 inches higher. In fact, if I can do it with one hand here, it goes about 4 inches higher there, so you can have a higher vantage point while you're in the seated position. You can use this strap here and kind of weave it through this buckle here, and it'll kind of just stay in its position. So gives you a little bit of versatility in the seating there. They come with the kayak actually comes with two waterproof 3700 Plano boxes, and they fit really, really well here on the side. So just a great little addition to an already feature-packed kayak. And then you can see that we have the this is actually a new feature this year, is this lumbar support. Kind of a cool deal. What you do is you blow it up and then you sit in it, and it kind of molds to your back, and it's got these beads in it. And what you do is after you sit in it, you kind of just suck the air out of it with this hose here, and then plug off the hose by turning it, and then it'll kind of just mold to your back. So it just makes an already comfortable seat that much more comfortable. It's got a pocket under here. You can see I pretty much just stick my pistol in there. I like to have I always carry my pistol with me everywhere I go, so it's kind of like a nice area to keep it, and it's out of the way and accessible. So the seat also has this little bag on the back to kind of keep like your day items. I keep like sunscreen and extra GoPro batteries and stuff like that in there. You got the rod launchers here. I'll show it with all the rods and stuff on it and kind of give you guys an idea of what it looks like when that's all on there. I've got the Yak Attack Black Pack here. Keep a lot of soft plastics and stuff like that in here in their boxes. You can see it comes with slide tracks here, just kind of keeping with the whole versatility of the kayak if you want to, for more rigging options and stuff like that. It's got a hatch here in the back. Just open up the hatch here like this, and then you can see it accesses a battery bag that I installed in there, and that's for my Lowrance Elite 5 HDI. So got the two handles there, cruising down the other side. It's got a little trough on both sides, and the trough is kind of neat because what it has is an area that you can stick like extra rods or something like that down in there, and the rod tips won't get screwed up when you're going under like heavy brush or something like that, because when you're in a kayak you do kind of get into some places, and you kind of sometimes have to be aware that you have your rod sticking straight up in the air, and like the two rod launchers and the 3 rod holders there on the black pack. So on my old kayak, I used to run into stuff like that all the time, where you used to always have to take them out of the rod holders and then put them back in front of me, so that way they wouldn't get ran over or wouldn't get broken when I went under heavy brush or something like that. Here's the the Lowrance HDI. It's got the ram mount on it. You can see that I ran the cables back through here. I had to cut a hole down here and put a Hobie through hole kit on it. And this was just like a really great area to put this. And some of you guys will wonder why I left so much slack. The reason why I left so much slack was to keep this versatile, so that way when I turned it and I moved it, I can still kind of move it all the way fore and aft on the kayak. You have to forgive my shadow here, but so I can move it all the way to the front, and then I can push it all the way to the back like this, and then just kind of move that out of the way. That's pretty much where I'll keep it most of the time. Every time I've been out so far, that's where I've kept it. And then you've got, like I said, there's the Elite 5 HDI. You guys remember I did the Tackle Warehouse unboxing on that. You guys will probably see me use that thing quite a bit, so I won't go into that too much. Let's see what else we got here. I had to do a scupper mount transducer here, and this Lowrance unit here for the scupper mount, I'm gonna say it's just okay. It's built kind of cheap, and there was a lot of modifications that I had to do to it to make it fit as well as it fits right now. There was a lot of cutting that I had to do with the Dremel and stuff like that to make it fit and make it look as clean as the installation looks right now. You can see there's another Hobie through hole there. So, but overall, it came out to be a very, very clean installation by my standards. I actually really liked the way it came out. So I thought a lot about it, and I was very pleased with the way it came out. You can obviously see that I do carry the kayak on a trailer. That's pretty much, in my opinion, the only way to carry it. I've got the Bending Branches Angler Ace. It's got a carbon shaft. It's a 240 size. Probably could have went with the 250 size because it is a wide kayak, and you're gonna want some. You're gonna want that little bit of extra length on the paddle to get down on the water. So 250 size probably would be best, but 240. The couple times that I've taken out the kayak so far, it has actually been very, very good for me. So. Moving up here to the stand assist bar. This is kind of just a way to keep it out of the way when you're transporting it, and then you just kind of move it out of the way like that. And what you do is you just stand this thing up, and you move these. You pull this little pin out here, and then just line that up, and then that kind of just sticks right in there like that, and you do the same thing to the other side. And it's kind of neat because what you can do is you can while you're standing, it's not much of a stand assist bar as much as it is kind of like a third leg, or kind of like when you're moving around in the standing area of the kayak, you can kind of like lean on this or kind of like hold on to it. That way you're not losing your balance. And this is a kind of a cool deal that they did where you can kind of just stick your paddle in between there while you're standing up. I'll probably end up wrapping this with some electrical tape here. That way it's not sliding very easily in here. But they really thought about a lot of stuff going through this kayak. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what the inside looks. I'm gonna turn the camera off just so I can undo this hatch here. You just gotta undo this here, and then unweave it, and then it opens up. So hang on one second. All right, guys, so here's with the hatch open, and you can see I've got I think 5 rods in here, and these are all like they're all under 7'3". They're around 7 foot, 7'2", every one of them in here, but they fit in here really, really nicely. I fit rods, I fit 7'7" rods in here with no issue at all. So it's a great space. You can see my transducer cable there. I thought about moving the transducer cable up and kind of mounting it up so it was out of the way, but it actually kind of keeps the rods from sliding forward and back. So I kind of just kept it there. But it's a very, very nice area. You're pretty much going to keep rods in there while you're transporting. I don't think you're going to really do much of it, of keeping them in there while you're fishing around. Because it's kind of hard to access from the seating area. You'd probably have to get out of the kayak in order to get the rods out, but still just a a testament to how large the area is in here. And there's plenty more room in here for more rods if you want to take more rods with you. But I think about five or six rods is about more than enough for me to carry on a day trip. So I'll go ahead and put them up here on the deck so you guys can see them. Hang on one second. All right, guys, so here's the kayak with all 5 rods rigged up on it. You can see I've got the 2 launcher style rod holders kind of angling the 2 rods right out of the way, and then you got the 3 rods obviously stationary facing straight up. So it's very, very nice to be able to carry that many rods with me, as far as 5 rods. I mean, because I've said it before, fishing out of a kayak, you really have to be choosy about what you bring with you. Especially when it comes to baits and soft plastics and stuff like that, because space is at a premium. But it's nice to have a bigger kayak where you can bring some more gear with you and have some more rods on the deck of the boat, and not have to have them stored down here in the storage area every time you want to dig out another rod that you wish you had up on the deck with you. So it's just kind of nice to have the rods up on the deck with you there. I really enjoy the slide track systems on the boat. The fact that they include 5 slide tracks on this boat is awesome. It just offers a lot of versatility when you're mounting different things. I'm pretty simple when it comes to my rigging. I like to have my 1 rod holder off to the side. I don't really like having anything here in the middle. I like to have everything just kind of out of the way when I'm standing in the middle there. I really do like the versatility here on the sides, though. The fact that I can take this and loosen it up and then point that straight up like that. That way when I'm standing, I can still see what's underneath me, and then when I'm sitting down, I can kind of just angle it down like that. So it's still, I mean, it's just very, very, they make the kayak very, very individual with the rigging options that you can put on it. You've got, like, you can put your, I've already said this, you can put your rods down here in this rod trough, or you can actually stick your paddle in here like this and kind of just mount it out of the way like that, and kind of just stays out of the way. So it's a very, very cool kayak, very feature-packed kayak. There was a lot of things that I was looking for in a fishing kayak, and this thing got the closest to what I wanted out of a fishing kayak. And then I kind of just added some stuff along the way, and I'll probably add a couple more things, but I won't get too crazy with it because I don't want to weigh it down that much. It tracks really, really well on the water. It is heavy. It's a little bit harder to turn around in it, but it's not difficult by any means. It's just there's more involved in turning the kayak around while you're in the water than my old kayak, and that's because it is a longer kayak. It's bigger, so you got to take the good in with the bad. So, but a very, very cool kayak. I've got the forest camo color here, and like I said, just a lot of features on the kayak. So I hope I went over everything here. I think I pretty much got everything done. Like I said before, you can stuff some stuff down in there underneath the seat. That way it's kind of out of the way. It's got the on the bottom of the kayak here, it's got the keel. This part here is like a scrape pad, and you can actually replace that when you're dragging it through whatever. If you're dragging it on the bottom of like a shoal or something like that, you can still save the bottom part of your kayak and not have to ruin it. And you can just replace that little plate, that little plastic plate that's down there at the bottom. So very, very cool. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff to do, or a lot of stuff on the kayak that you can do, and you can do different rigging options and stuff like that. So I hope this answers all your guys' questions. If there's any other questions you guys have about it, just leave me a comment down there in the bottom section below. If you guys like the video, hit the like button down there in the lower left corner. Appreciate that. And just stay tuned for more videos fishing out of the big rig. It's going to be a lot of fun this summer. Thanks a lot.